You on the hunt for a remote side hustle that you can do from your home and make starting $20 an hour up to $40 an hour? I've been doing data annotation for a couple of weeks now, and it is the only side hustle that has actually been working. And there are two companies that I use, but today we're going to talk about dataannotation.tech. I posted a video about a week ago talking a little bit about the assessment process and data annotation, but I noticed that there are a ton of comments and questions and just concerns, actually. So I wanted to address a few of them here in one place. So the first question is, what is data annotation? So data annotation is working with AI chatbots. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be rating and reviewing, writing, rewriting, working at the prompts. Like I said before, think ChatGPT, but there's all different variations. You have some jobs that are much easier, and depending on how you do on assessments and qualifications, you can open up avenues to make more money and do harder jobs and more writing jobs. I do a lot of writing and rewriting, but there's also just evaluations and rating, and those are a little bit easier and faster. Where do you go to apply for data annotation? One place you can go to is dataannotation.tech. You create a login, or you create an account and you log in and you apply to do the first assessment. I also work on remote tasks, and that is also another place that you can do different types of AI work and working with chatbots. I like to have both options, so I have a variety of jobs. Both pay relatively the same. I will do another video comparing the two and some of the work within the two. So right now, let's just stick with dataannotation.tech. Some tips and tricks for the assessment. There are multiple rounds of the assessment process, but the first one you're going to take is the core assessment. And the best thing that you can do is give yourself adequate time and pay very close attention to writing, grammar, punctuation. And if you want to go into my other video, I go in at length and discuss some really good tips and tricks about how to prepare, how to research everything, Google every single thing. Anything that they involve in the question or a prompt to you, act like it's wrong. Act like it's fake, and you'll do just fine. That you need to validate and check the accuracy for every single thing. If you approach the assessment that way, you will do great. The other thing I want to talk about is, why do so many people think that data annotation is a scam, or why they're not getting accepted and hearing back? So that's the main reason. When they do not decide to go with you, if you basically don't pass the assessment process, the screening process, they just never ever contact you again. You are ghosted. So that is one of the main reasons why people think that it's a scam or it's not accurate. And I'm about to cash out in the next day or two. So if you want to follow along so you could see me get paid to my PayPal, I'm more than happy to prove to you that it's real. But the other reason is because people are looking at this like a side hustle. I do think it is a wonderful side hustle. You could do it after hours. You could do it on the weekends. But the other thing is it's a job. You could do it as your full-time job. You can do 10 hours a day if you wanted, as long as there's tasks available. And I haven't had a shortfall of tasks the majority of the time. So because of that, if you're going into the assessment thinking that this is just an easy, you can breeze through it, no, you need to focus and pay attention, because they want people that pay attention to detail and that are willing to understand the parameters of the job. There is a lot of research, a lot of accuracy, a lot of fact checking. And so you're going to need to be able to do that along with great grammar, spelling, punctuation, and just an overall level of creativity within writing, because you're going to have to do a lot of prompt generation and things like that. So you can't go into it thinking it's easy, and if you do, then you're probably not going to make it, and then you're probably going to think it's a scam and hate on the people that did get through. Once you're in, does it take a while to start getting tasks? So that you will get tasks almost immediately, but then you'll see them go away and more qualifications will become available to you. Take those qualifications as soon as they come up, and then that's when your tasks are going to start coming in, when they see what you, when they see where you should be placed and what jobs that you qualify for, what tasks you qualify to be doing. I will say that lately, this is mid-March, mid to late March. Lately, there has been some maintenance going on, and they'll have to shut down for a little bit. That's why I really have enjoyed having remote task at the same time. So I'm working on another project with them, and there has been a few days where they've gone down for maintenance for like 12 hours, 24 hours, or over a weekend, and I wanted to get some work done and bang some hours. And so I pop over to the other site, and that's why I really like having two areas to attack. It's like multiple funnels, of income. They're not passive, but I can bounce back and forth if something like that happens and they need to do more maintenance moving forward. So that might be something to keep in your mind. And if you want to know more about the assessment process for remote tasks, I'm more than happy to tell you and give you tips for that as well. It's a little bit different. The other thing I will tell you is on the weekends, it does seem a little bit slower. I don't have as many tasks to do. So just keep that in mind. If you're like waiting to the weekend, you might want to do a little bit more during the week, especially at the beginning when you're building up, when you're getting used to doing the tasks and getting assigned more and more. So overall, I just kind of want to say how much I really enjoy doing data annotation, and it allows you to do as little or as much work as you want to do. You could treat it like a full-time gig, or you could treat it like a side hustle. But if you like writing, research, and being able to work from home in your own space with no boss, this is probably the space for you. Take a look, go to dataannotation.tech and see if this side hustle or part-time gig, work from home gig, whatever you want to call it, however you're going to approach data annotation, that's what it will be for you. Enjoy. I hope you make it. Let me know if you have any questions or any feedback, and I will do something on remote tasks soon.